Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore. So today let us understand the combination of Moon and Ketu. There are a lot of ramifications and outcomes of Moon and Ketu. I will not be able to cover Moon and Ketu in one single session, so at least 3 sessions. And today I will be able to cover a few important topics of this particular combination, with mostly covering behavior, character, and some parts of medical astrology, which is extremely important to understand how the mind gets involved with the other, characters of Ketu, significations of Ketu, and how it actually gets hit. So let us understand one by one. So I have made a lot of points. If you just to make a note of it, I make my homework like this. So we have small categories of moon and Ketu written on either side, and make some correlations. So when we do the correlations with the signification of moon with the signification of Ketu, we get a new signification when both of them mix together. It's like blending. It's like when you put chiku with milk, you get a sapote milkshake. And that's a good thing. But anyway, we'll come to the real blend of Moon and Ketu here. Moon represents emotion. I will not go into all the great significations of Moon. We know that Moon is milk, Moon is mother, Moon is mind, Moon is emotion, Moon is many things. You can refer the significations of Moon for that. I will go with regard to every small important signification of Moon, and then the transformation of that signification, because it is posited along with Ketu. That's the conjunction of Moon and Ketu. Moon is emotion. So emotion here, in the Sanskrit word we call it bhavana or bhava. Expressions. The outward emotion is expression. The inward emotion is your feeling. So what you feel inside. The outward expression has facial expressions, gestures. If Ketu is presented very close to Moon, and if it is malefically disposed, then this person will be having neurological problems, neurological damage, which might cause paralysis in a particular kind time, or epilepsy or facial palsy. If it is badly posited, please mind it, this is a tough combination. So if I can't use these words, then people, if you are afraid of listening to this, please try to avoid this. So there will be some facial expression difficulty when Moon and Ketu are in weak, damaged positions. If it is strongly posited, let us say very well posited, and these people can control their emotions. They know when to smile, and they know how to smile. They know how to express and when to express and how much to express. These people can control emotions. Ketu gives that capacity to control. That is the toughness of Ketu. And why is it that Ketu has that strength? Or Ketu is the same planet who loses the strength depends on where Ketu is posited and how strong moon is. Because moon, if it is very well posited and if it is a stable planet, exalted moon, let's say, exaltation of moon happens in a sthira rashi, that is in a fixed sign in Taurus. That is the Mula Trikona of moon, and in a fixed sign, not in a Chara Rashi, not in a movable sign. Just imagine an expressive planet, an emotional planet, gets exalted in a fixed sign, you know, and that is an earthy sign, not an airy sign, not a fiery sign, not a watery sign, an earthy sign. So a fixed earthy sign has an expressive planet. How can that happen? So that is called stability. So you can mold earth how you want depending on how Ketu is posited along with it. So moon becomes very strong there. And if you have a good strong Ketu posited in the chart, you have good expressive skills. And these people can become good actors. And if the Lagnadipati is strong, they be ethical actors. And if the Lagnadipati is weak and if it is malefically disposed, they become conmen. See all the ramifications of one particular topic called expression. So let us go into other topics because this one topic itself will take half an hour. The second topic here is language. Under language, I am today talking only about vocabulary, and in vocabulary, I am not talking about the library of words. I'm not talking about everything else. I'm only talking about flow of thought. Very simple. Language, vocabulary, flow of thought. Ketu, malefically disposed, gives ADHD, difficulty in comprehension, stammering, impairment of thought process, difficulty in sentence formation. Now let us put these two together. You will have studied everything for your examination. You will go to the examination and there Ketu comes in your way and you are not getting the flow of thought. What's flow of thought? You are not able to recollect what you have studied. Your hand is ready to write, the pen is ready, the ink is ready to flow. Mind is not working. The flow of thought stops. That is what is called impairment. It doesn't work. This is a very important factor for all those students who want to pass their examinations, crack those great UPSC examinations, chartered accountancy, people who are struggling with the Moon Ketu combinations, the distractions of Moon Rahu, the distractions of Saturn Rahu, the distractions of Moon Ketu with Saturn Rahu. God bless them if they do not put their focus. Very difficult for them to get through these examinations. They will always be in the dream world that they will be able to do it. But when they go to the examination, after 5 years of hard work, studying the same subject for 5 times, they still go through the examination and they fail by 1 mark, 2 marks. And it is so difficult for them. And they are always in the hope that next time I can do it. I can crack it. They are intelligent. No doubt they are intelligent. They don't have any fault in them. The fault is that they have a deficiency, that the flow of thought from the stored memory is not happening when it is required. This, when we go to the story, of Mahabharata, this happened with Karna. And when he was given a shrap, that is a curse, that when it was required, when it will be required by you, the most important period in your life, you will forget the mantra. So he will be on the ground, the wheel stuck in the war zone. He'll be standing on the ground. He wishes for the mantra for the Brahmastra so that he can put it on Arjuna and finish off the war itself, if that would have happened. But all the time he thinks about it, he doesn't get that formula, he forgets it. Let's say it was a scientific formula. He doesn't get the formula at all. He forgets. The key moment, he forgets. And what happens? He loses his life. This is what is happening nowadays. Poor children, extremely bad to say, and I feel so bad to say that many children are not able to face failures. Going through these Moon Ketu combinations, I feel so bad to say that children are not having the strength to face failures and they are succumbing to suicide. Please go through the newspapers. This is for the parents. Don't put pressure on your children. Don't put pressure on your children that whatever happens, I would want you to be an IAS. Whatever happens, I want you to be into a government job. Whatever happens, whatever happens? Is whatever happens means that you are okay to sacrifice your own child's health, life? I don't know. See, people think, they take it for granted. Children are jumping from the sixth floor. It's such a bad state of affair. Such a bad state of affair. Hostels in many of the bigger cities where competitive examinations, the PGs are allotted, the fans are being cut off. No more fans in the hostels now. You know why? Anyway, I'll not deviate from the subject.
One more thing I want to add: they should not put the children above their status schools.
That's another thing which is happening, that now the parents are earning very well. So what they are doing is that above the expectation of the performance of the child. So what parents think is, if the child is scoring 50% in a particular school, they feel that you put him in a better school, bigger school, he will score better. The child is, it's like throwing a small fish from a pond into the ocean. The fish will immediately die there. It will get lost in the ocean.
They start comparing.
At least the fish was living in the pond. Anyway, let us go to the, see, in this combination itself with the language, if it is well posited, Moon and Ketu within a good distance, it's within a manageable, modest distance of, let us say, 6 to 10 degrees from each other in a particular position, will give extraordinary perception. ESP, people were talking about ESP in many places, extra sensory perception. It can happen with Moon and Ketu. And why? Ketu is the aura, Moon is the mind. There is no body here. There is no involvement of the body. There is no sthula sharira. There is only manas and the sukshma sharira. Manasika sharira, sukshma sharira will give you sixth sense. That is intuition. So you can get extra sensory perception or ESP, or let us not go into all those huge big words which we are not eligible to say because many people are very intelligent online. They'll start asking us very intelligent questions which we are not qualified to answer. So anyway, we will tell it will give the native extraordinary perceptional intelligence, super memory, but again, it is the other side of extreme behavior. So that is once again eccentric behavior. With regard to language, vocabulary, and flow of thought, I am telling many people with Moon Ketu have cracked exams just like that in the first shot without any preparation. The same Moon Ketu, very closely posited, weakly posited, these people have repeatedly failed. Just imagine that.
Kindly specify the degrees. That will be the question in the comments.
Yeah, see, if people are asking any doubts in your comments, please specify the degree and the sign in which Moon and Ketu is posited from the ascendant. I would want the ascendant degree, the Moon degree, and the Ketu degree, and their exact placement in signs. Without that, your doubts cannot be addressed. So, Moon Ketu is an extreme combination. Either you will be on this side or you will be on the other side. So, this is, uh, this is a huge topic. But anyway, we'll come to another particular, signification of Moon, the sight, eyesight. So once again in eyesight, there are many things. I am going into a very small concept of eyesight, that is clarity of sight, beauty of the eyes. The eyes looking clear, these eyes are set straight, they look good, the color of the eyes is good, the lens is clear. That's how it is. So again, neurodysfunction can happen. The native can go through migraines, nausea, imbalance. The medical problem here is called as scotoma or glaucoma. That gives squint in the eyes. You can see that the eyes will have a squint, that the other eye will be seeing somewhere else, or you feel like they are seeing somewhere else. So you will not have that straightness or the parallel 20/20 of the eyes. So you have power problems also associated with the eye. So this is there. So the fourth most important point here for today is the mind. If it is well placed, concentration and focus. I am talking only about concentration and focus here. So if it is well placed, then Ketu gives extreme excellent focus. These people can find the minutest of the mistakes or the minutest of the whatever detailing clarity. Ketu Mercury and Ketu Moon are the most perfect auditors in the world. They can pick out the smallest mistakes and give you the best perfection. So they can perceive problems like a hawk from the sky. They get that lens view. So they see only the target and they are very much focused. They don't get into distractions. It's a reverse of Moon Rahu. They only see the distractions. They can't see the target at all. They can't see that center point. They only see all the other things. So Moon Ketu, they only see the center point. They can't see the other things. So Moon Ketu means that they cannot enjoy the other part of life. They are only focused. You take them to the movie, they'll only be seeing the movie. They'll just finish the movie, they'll come home. You then ask them, how was the theater? Was I supposed to see the theater? No, I just sat, saw the movie and came back home. They don't know how many halls were there in the cinema hall. They don't know anything. So this is extreme focus. They have extraordinary stability of thought, and they are very good researchers. But if it is badly posited, that is, they are very close to each other and the moon is very weak. This is written in red. I'll just read it out. I just wrote it now. Extreme fluctuation of mind, tendency to indulge into external support for mental strength through drugs or medicine, or will have to go through medical help, most probably psychiatric, and also through therapeutic sessions, medications for mood enhancements in certain cases of depressions, as this combination might lead to thoughts of ending the show. They would not want to live anymore. So, people who are having a tough moon Ketu combination and people who are going through this particular combination, my suggestion would be, for those who are with them, who are going through their charts, or for those who have the knowledge that they are going to go through that period, please try to understand that that period would not be that great if moon is badly posited with a weak shadbala and Ketu is also badly posited. Then mentally prepare yourself not to get involved into stress, traumatic panic, and don't take panic decisions. Practice meditation, practice yoga, practice breathing therapeutic sessions every day, half an hour, morning and evening. Breathe cool and easy. Sit in a park or any normal place and do meditation. It's very good for you. So thank you very much for today's class.